Tough times have hit for Shattered Web case and skin investors. Unfortunately, for those who thought purchasing the once exclusive Shattered Web knives, your luck has run out. The new Fractured case contains the knives that were once exclusive, which means when the new Fractured case drops in price and becomes something frequently opened, the knives won't be special anymore. Bad for people who invested in the knives, and bad for people who own Shattered Web cases. The effect on Shattered Web cases was immense, almost cutting the price in half at the lowest point the day the update came out. People panic sold with over 100,000 purchases made within 24 hours. Many of them were likely buy orders. The Shattered Web case may seem like a dead investment, but that's not entirely true. The skeleton knife is one of the knives in this case, and it's a very beautiful knife. I would say it's a top 3 knife in the game. And even though this knife is also in the newest Fractured case, people will still want to open the Shattered Web case because they can still get it from here. Just because it's in the Fractured case doesn't mean the Shattered Web case has no value in terms of the knives. When two cases share the same knife or gloves, skins become the new focal point. The weapon case doesn't cost $30 because of the gut knives people got. The case costs $30 because of the AK-47 case hardened blue gems that are worth a fortune. Looking at it the other way, CSGO weapon case 3 isn't $3 because the knives are average. It's $3 because a case full of pistol skins was never a case that people wanted to open. So how do Shattered Web skins stack up to other cases? In terms of the blues, nothing special there. In the Hydra case, another discontinued operation case, that contained the USPS blueprint, which was a blue skin, so it couldn't be traded up for. And the prices rose very high for a blue. Nothing like that exists within the Shattered Web case, but it does have some nicer looking higher tier skins. In the purple column lies the AK-47 Rat Rod. Not an exceptional looking skin by any means, but opening one is nearly guaranteed profit, and for a purple skin, the odds are reasonable. We have already seen this with the Chroma 2 case, which contained the AK-47 Elite build, or the Capillary in the Prisma 2 case. Blue skins that can break you even mean that if you're to open a case, you're more likely not to get wrecked with a 10-cent skin. Despite being a lower tier skin that lacks popularity, it's instrumental to the success of the case. Pink skins were exceptional, but the Krieg got nerfed, which tanked the value of the Colony skin. Fortunately, the Tech 9 Decimator is still a fan favorite, but unfortunately it's on a Tech 9. Because of the weapon choices for the pink skins, even though I like the designs, and others do too, currently they are average, potentially below average depending on who you ask. That brings us to the most important tier, the red tier. Let's start with the bad, the Mac 10 Stalker. Not a bad skin, likely will be popular in the future, but the hype is currently going to the Discotheque. Rightfully so, the Discotheque is beautiful, but very flashy. And when some people realize they don't like the overly flashy holo effect, the Stalker may gain more attention in the future. That combined with the fact that everyone will own a Discotheque as the price should continue to drop for some time. Considering the case is still relatively new, the case will drop in price, more people will open the case, more discotheques get unboxed, and the Discotheque will drop in price. Eventually the Discotheque will lose some hype, especially if Valve keeps putting holo skins in like the Desert Eagle print stream. Now let's move on to the good. The Op Containment Breach hard carries this case. The Containment Breach is a clean looking skin, yet it sports a full body of color, making it flashy enough for a red skin. The prices speak for themselves. The community likes this skin and will continue to open cases to reach it. If you understand the very basics of how the CS market works, you know that any op skin will be worth more than anything else other than an AK. The Op Containment Breach could solo carry this case, but time will tell. Everyone watching should know, but if you're new, here's why the case cost so much in the first place. The Shattered Web case was one of the rewards for the Shattered Web operation. The operation is long gone now, and these Shattered Web cases will never be dropped again. As far as I know, Shattered Web cases aren't a rare drop, they have been completely discontinued. Every case opened can be subtracted from the total cases that exist in CSGO. What determines the return you can get from this case is interest in opening it, which is why the price dropped so much when the knives got re-released in a new case. Which if you ask me could be beneficial long term, because at a lower price more are being opened. That means that the quantity is dropping faster than if it stayed at its original price. In my personal opinion, the price dropped too far when considering the value of the case. There are still many reasons to purchase this case, and the quantity is dropping daily. As someone who bought at the lowest point, I have already profited from the small recovery that it has made. But what if you're looking to buy right now? I would say the goal by the end of 2020 would be 2 times profit, which is a full recovery in price and then some. When making my purchase, that was the goal, and I bought it at $2.10 Canadian. So $4.20 Canadian would be 2 times profit, but when you're buying on Steam, you need to consider the Steam tax, and that would be $4.80 Canadian for 2 times after the Steam tax. I personally think that $4.80 Canadian is actually somewhat likely by the end of 2020, but if you're to buy right now, 2 times profit would be much harder to reach. The price has been fluctuating. I think if you're lucky, you could get it for about $2.30 Canadian, which would then leave you at $4.60 Canadian for 2 times profit before the Steam tax, which is about $5.30 Canadian to make 2 times profit after the Steam tax, which is the number that you should be looking at. In my own opinion, I don't see how it could reach that point, so for someone looking to purchase at the time that I post this video, you may have to lower your standards or hold for a longer period. But considering the long term of this case, I would say buying at this point in time would still be good. I think there are many ways to profit off the Shardweb collection right now. I do not believe it's a dead case. Just look at the Hydra collection.